Hello, my name is Josephine Lang, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about our hair. Hair is an amazing thing. It's these tendrils that come out of our skin, out of the follicles of our skin. But if you'll notice, when you touch a hair, they are very, very sensitive. They're very much attached to the nervous system. And so our hair brings us a lot of information about what's going on around us. It tells us about the wind and where it's coming from and where it's going to. And there's a wonderful story about Philippe Petit, who was a tightrope walker, and he is the one who walked between the Twin Towers before they were sadly destroyed. And as he was, while they were being built, he and his band of fellows and women went up, they snuck up into the towers, and they stayed very quiet and hid as the security guard wrapped it up for the day. And then he crawled out with his companions onto the two different towers, and using an arrow, they shot a string across the towers to begin that process of getting a longer and thicker cord across between the two towers so that they could string their tightrope line. But when they first shot the arrow across, they could not find that piece of filament. It was fishing line in the dark. And he realized that with his clothes on his body, he wasn't able to feel. So he took off his clothing and then moved about on top of the towers in order to be able to feel. And sure enough, the first thing that happened is his hair on his body indicated to him that he had crossed the filament, and he was able to find it. And our hair does more than just inform us of the actual physical nature of what's around us. I read recently about a government report that came out during the Vietnam War, when the military had been using trackers, Indian trackers from American Indians, Native Americans, First Nations people, to assist with tracking in the jungles. And they found that those trackers, as they were training and working with them, that they were extremely good at tracking if they had their long hair. But as soon as their long hair was cut, they lost a significant amount of their tracking ability. So much so that the military made an exception to allow these trackers to go ahead and keep their hair long. Because if their hair was long, they could even wake up from a sound sleep. If there was in training, they would see if they would have somebody coming to sneak up on them at night while they were asleep. And if their hair was long and left long, they would still be able to sense that person's arrival, and they would wake up and protect themselves. So I just wanted to mention a little bit about the beauty of our hair, and that ability of it to inform us about our environment. Then as well, one of my spiritual teachers and mentors, Jana Massey, said that the hair actually connects the heart to the crown, to the head. And if we're trying to guide our life from our heart center, then we want to keep that connection intact. So when the young men in the 1960s started to wear their hair long and wear their beads, that was a beautiful thing. I think that it really helped us to open up our heart centers. And when the men wear their hair long in their beard, that also connects the head to the heart. So just a few thoughts on hair. And thank you so very much for listening. And please check out my website, stepintomagic.com. Bye for now.